Wow, that was fast. Gee, I've never actually had this thing start recording this quickly. I wasn't quite prepared. Hello! This is going to be kind of a short video this week. Or at least this one is, for two reasons. One, I'm planning at least one more video. My mobile is spinning. If you see something gold and shiny, it's this mobile that I made that I'll just kind of show off now. It's these brass Wizard of Oz ornaments, and so I put it on a tea thing, and it's metallic green, and then it's actually embroidery floss in different colors for the different countries in the Land of Oz. But we're going to save stories like that for later. So yeah, that's going to be twirling probably above my head because I've bumped it. Wow. Topic. Tangent. Me. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a shorter video. I'm just going to show off a few things that I've picked up and do a quick whip update. Because there are big things coming this week. First off is the first part of Story Time from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, which I know everyone is super excited about. Or at least I am. So that's coming. We've got that, potentially the first Stitchy box, which will get its own reveal. In preparation for the story time, I'm going to revisit and expand on my ideas with variegated flosses from, I think, like video 2 or 3, where I did like a few short minutes on it. This time I'm going to go into a lot more detail. Because a couple of people have asked, oh, I've never worked with variegation, or how do you get your variegation like this? So we're going to go over that. I'm also, as I told Mackenzie, going to attempt to figure out, and I don't promise that'll be coming anytime soon, but I'm going to attempt to figure out how to do videos showing off certain techniques, because I wanted to try and explain to her how I mastered French knots, because she says she still doesn't like them. And I found out a way to do it that makes them crazy easy, and then everyone can do the French knot dance. I don't remember if this is the dance that I did for French knots, but this is going to be the French knot dance for this video. So that's coming. So definitely there will probably be a video on story time. I'm debating about maybe doing sort of little mini videos each time a book comes out, detailing a little bit about each book. Probably also get a blog post for it. So if that sounds like something people would like, great. If not, well, then y'all can just not do those things, or watch them, or read them. It's kind of up to y'all. But I'm thinking I kind of want to do that, partially because I really like doing researchy things. So this is a good way for me to do researchy things. As well as because I have a feeling with the vast majority of them, if I'm gathering from what I've seen, they're all books that and characters that I really like and identify with, so I can tie that into my own personal thing. So, okay, so first things first, we'll do a quick whip update. No, we're going to do this the other way. We'll do stashy things first. So yesterday, Friday, my local needle store called me and said, hey, we got part 3 of Lizzie Kate. So I went down and picked it up, and so here it is. I still have to get the embellishment pack. I am so stalled on this thing, and I hate that, but I am. While I was there, I needed to pick up a couple more, not necessarily like 4 specific projects, but no new colors, with the exception of one of weeks. I realized my 4 seasons, 4 seasons in Storytime both need grits, and since 4 seasons needed 2 skeins, and I wasn't sure how much of my 1 skein I already had, I picked up 2 more of it. I picked up another parchment because I couldn't remember how much parchment Samsara had used. And I kept thinking, I probably ought to. And then Cattail features so heavily in Things Unseen, and I want to make sure Things Unseen, when I do eventually finish it, I don't want to be changing dye lots. So I thought, just go ahead and get another cattail and be done with it. So I picked up some of that. I picked up another package of needles. I really like these Bond needles in 28. I really like those. So I got spare needles because I'm always needing needles. I think everyone is. So there was that. I picked up 2 new weeks. This one's called Saffron. And it's not quite as pale. It's much more intense yellow. It's similar to DMC number 727. I know this because I took 727 and looked at all the yellows, and this was the closest one. And I got it for a stitch-along that A Stitch in Time and my friend Kimmy and I are doing. It's called In the Fairy Tales book. It's by Sodastitch. And I haven't been able to show the pattern off. We found it on their website. We drooled about it. We talked about it. We're like, yes, let's do this. And so since fortunately, we were able to get the dimensions off of it so that we could get our fabric, because I wanted to do that while my LNS was having the sale back at Christmas. So, and I think I showed it off. It's this light ash gray 32 count, which really, this is probably how big the piece is going to be. But because of the length of it, I had to get a whole bunch of it. So, which reminds me, I still need to see if I've got enough here to make a second one out of. Because if so, then I can send that to Kimmy. So I'm doing it on this light ash gray. That's really kind of pretty. Because I needed something neutral. Because as you can see, it's got all sorts of different fairy tales, and there's a yellow road that winds through it. And I decided I really liked the idea of doing that one variegated, so that it's like a yellow brick road. Appropriate. But it's really cool because it's got, and there's some glare, but it starts here. You've got Hansel and Gretel, Little Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Snow White, Alice in Wonderland. That's just a pond. So Snow White up here. I think this is Little Boy Blue. I think that's who it's supposed to be. Wizard of Oz is down here. You've got over here the Little Mermaid and Captain Hook and the Crocodile, and I think that's just a hill. Oh, and you've got the Birmingham Musicians. Yeah, it's just a hill. You've got the 3 Little Pigs, which kind of wrap around there. You've got Peter Pan and Wendy. You have the Emperor's New Clothes. You have, whoops. You have the Emperor's New Clothes, Peter Pan and Wendy, the 3 Little Pigs. You've got Jack and the Beanstalk on the far edge, and then the Giant Turnip, which is a Russian fairy tale about a turnip that grows really big, and the grandfather can't pull it on his own, so then the grandmother helps him, and then they together can't, so then the granddaughter comes, and she's not strong enough, and so then the dog comes, and they're still not, and then the cat comes, and then in most versions it's a mouse after the cat, but I think because the mouse would have been so small that they just didn't include the mouse. But then once the mouse does, they're able to pull the turnip, and the moral of the story is sometimes the littlest ones are the ones who help you the most. Kind of a nice story. Much better than a lot of the Russian fairy tales, which were really kind of terrifying. More so than the Grimm fairy tales. So, but the thing, if you've never ordered from Sodastitch, it's an Indonesian company. Their website is sodastitch.com. They sell on eBay and Etsy, so I went through eBay because their actual website to order off of is very confusing. So I just went, I'm going to go to eBay because I understand eBay. And it shipped pretty quickly. Like, I ordered it a couple of days before Christmas, before all hell broke loose with Wells Fargo, and I got it right after New Year's. So it took about 10-ish days. So shipping was really fast from Indonesia, South Korea, one of the two. I think it's Indonesian, but I think they're based out of South Korea. I don't really know that area of the world very well. But the really cool thing is they come in these little books, and the charts are just so clearly printed. I mean, they're just so, I really like these charts. And it also gives you little side projects that you can do with pieces of it, which is kind of nifty. So, yeah. So there you have it. So that's Sodastitch. So that's coming. We're starting that in February because we had a lot of things starting in January, so we're like, well, wait till February. So I'm crazy excited for that. I also, at my LNS, picked up the limited edition Lizzie Kate Jingle All the Way. It makes a little pillow. It's got a little elf and a little bird and some peppermints. and Jingle Bells that you can probably hear just a little bit. It's limited edition because I think the paisley fabric was a limited edition, and so once it's gone, it's gone. So I thought, oh, this is kind of cute, and it's limited edition, so why not? So I bought that because I really needed to add more things. So those were the things that went to the LNS. And then I got, from Dragonfly Lotus, she's a little behind, I think, because of Stitchy Box, but I got the November Boss of the Month, and I believe it's either orange or brown. I'm not really sure quite what the color theme was, but I really don't care because it's all super pretty. I got, as I've said before, I'm doing Thread Club and Mulberry Club. Thread Clubs tend to be more woolly. So I got this one, which is called Harvest, and it's merino wool and silk, and it's sort of browns and yellows and reds all woven together. Really pretty. If someone were to do like a Harry Potter thing, this would be a great, actually it would be in general, it would be a really good color for hair, because it looks so natural, or for like a sweater, because it's woolly and sort of sweatery colored. And then I also, part of the Thread Club is one called Fragments. It's part of the Sunlight, and it's 100% wool, and it's sort of yellow and purple and brown, but it's really pretty. The yellow is what's showing up. Then of the regular silks is Tangerine, which is a darker orange than it's showing up on here, but it's a really, it's a bright, intense orange, but it's a darker shade than this. And then one that I'm super excited about called Flame Queen, which is sort of pink and red and orange, and is again showing up super pink, but it's the perfect color for ruby slippers. I also got a Christmas needle minder that's a little bunny with a tree, Christmas tree, because, you know, I can't have enough needle minders. Eventually, and the sad part is I've got 2 that I can't find now, so I just keep buying them. Maybe I should learn to make my own. But the most exciting part was 24 Carat arrived, and it's already on its bobbin because I already needed it so that I could do this. Oops, we're gonna set you to the side because I don't accidentally lose you. So, at long last, Goldilocks is not bald, but does indeed have hair. So the Goldilocks block is officially done. See how pretty it is? Dude, it's gold, and it's a little bit shinier in person, and it's so pretty, and I was super excited to get it, because I've been waiting for it, and because it was the perfect color for her hair. So I'm absolutely thrilled. June is done. I have the very few alterations I'm going to make to September done. I'm not going to make it by the end of the month. I accept this. But I've got the alterations I want to make to September done, so probably, I may actually start on September today. See if I can get September done before story time begins. Probably still too lofty a goal, but that's okay. I will try. It's also going to depend because the other one that I started, as I said, I've kind of gotten bleh towards Things Unseen. So I picked up, because it's been calling to me and I was egged on by a wonderful friend who bought it for me, I went ahead and picked up 4 Seasons and started on it, and it's been a blast to stitch so far. I started with the Autumn block, and that's where I'm at on it. This bluish color is called Gunmetal. It's grayer in person, but it's still very blue, but it's not like an ink blue like I think it's kind of showing up. The grass is gold. The straw wheat is, the little yellowy centers is a DMC. This one's Palomino. The bluey thing is called Gunmetal. There we go. This orangey color is Tiger's Eye. And then it's blue heron and grits for the border here. So I've got, I think cayenne is the red leaves. Cocoa goes on the acorn tops. That's what those are. And then there's another tree that's like collards and grasshopper together. And then the house is, the base part of the house is tiger's eye. The foundation, windows, and frames and such are gunmetal. The roof and the door are blue heron. So I saw that. And then, obviously, the rest of the word autumn. I just have the M and the N so far. And then leaves on this tree. So I've got a little bit of ways to go. I'm probably quarter to a third of the way done with that block. So I may finish that one and then start story time. I wanted to finish it this weekend, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't quite know. I'm sort of trying to figure out what I'm doing as I go along. And Oz is beginning to call back to me, so I need to go back to work on Oz. Anyhow, so that's kind of that for now. So, yes. So, later this week, probably Monday or possibly tomorrow, most likely Tuesday, I'll do my variegated floss commentary. And then once we find out what block number 1 is, there will be a story time video. Yay! Or maybe just a blog post. We'll see. I haven't really decided. Because I have a feeling some of these I might have a copy of the book, but that's gonna be kind of boring to be just like, this is my copy of the book. Da da da. Whereas on the blog I can go into things like adaptations and stuff. So yes. That's about it. Hope everyone's having a great week. I still can't hear out of this ear, but that's okay. I feel pretty good otherwise, and it doesn't hurt, so I'm just letting it go. Nothing else to report on my end. I hope everyone's having a great week, and I will see y'all soon.